object of Taxi Chronicles is to allow real riders with real stories share their experience and enhance your life. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we have a lovely lady, and she's a dangerous lady from the sound of it. She's a boxer. I don't know how old she is. I don't know how long she's been doing it, but we're going to surely find out. She's on the way to see some of her boys, as she says, fight. So let's see what she has to say. Nice to have you here today, Casey.
Thank you for having me. Didn't expect to do a podcast in a taxi, so I'm down for it.
So tell us, why boxing and how did you get into it?
So I've been boxing since I was like 11, and I'm 21 now, so like 10 years. My dad, he just always wanted to get me into sport. I did tennis and then football. I got hit in the face with a tennis ball, so I quit tennis, and then I ended up in boxing.
Wait, you didn't like tennis because the ball was the ball's soft.
But the ball hit me in my face. I had an accident where the ball, there was this guy who's really, really good, and he just belted the ball at my face, and it hit my nose, and I just never went back since. I was traumatized from it, and then I just decided to regularly get punched in the face. So that's what I do.
So what's your weight in you?
Yeah. So I fight a lightweight. Lightweight is like bantam, although I've gained a little bit of weight now, so I'm trying to cut for my next fight because I took a break for uni. So before that I won 2 nationals, and then I came back after uni. So just trying to lose a little bit of that timber.
You've got to be careful what I
say.
Better.
No, I always say this, I'm loving not a fighter. I always say that. I just I mean, beat people up, but it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal.
So how many bouts have you had and how many have you won?
About 8, lost 1. So, yeah, quite a good record. And in that, as I said, I won the 2 nationals.
1 loss and 8?
Yeah.
Okay, 8 wins.
Yeah, and then in that, I won 2 national titles in that period. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. And competing in Germany, which was fun as well.
Okay, so you're travelling the world, doing your thing?
Yeah, well, I hope that's what I enjoy doing.
What's your training regime like?
So try and train about 4 times a week. But I work full time as well, so that can be hard to kind of manage. But
4 times a week?
That's where I'm at, and the rest of it is dieting. Should probably be more at the moment.
That 4 times a week, is that once a day?
Yeah, so normally I'll train Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then a session on the weekend or a Tuesday or Thursday.
Is that the first thing in the morning?
No, in the evening, after work, is when I train. So I normally get in from work about 6ish, and then go training for a couple of hours, and then
Now, I have to ask you this.
Yeah.
Tyson has a saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a plan till they get hit in the face.
Yes. 100%. 100%. I completely believe that. I mean, even though I'm good at my sport or whatever, I don't underestimate whoever I get in the ring with, because they are just punching you, aren't they? I'll respect their punching power regardless, because me and my dad take the mic. There's this ringing that you get in your ear when you get hit too hard, or if you fall over, that hum, and it literally is one of the most uncomfortable things to hear as a boxer. You're like, oh no, what's about to happen? I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Let me back off. Let me style it out. Or if you get that odd kidney shot where you're just reminded that what you do is fighting.
So you only fight women?
Yeah, or spar boys as well, but I only fight women.
And so when you're sparring with boys, what's the rules? There's obviously no hitting you in the chest.
You see, a lot of people say that about being hit in the chest, but if you think about where our arms are, we don't get hit in the chest. Our arms are on the side.
You could be open at sometimes.
Yeah,
opening.
But no one really boxes anyone in the chest. Even without girls, it's the head of the body, right? So not really. I've never really experienced that. I think really with the guys, it's literally just pulling power. Really, they just wouldn't try and knock you out almost.
Yeah.
But I can't promise the same.
What? Have you ever knocked a guy out?
No, not knocked a guy. I did beat a girl in the first minute of the first round, though. I did. The ref stopped it.
Really?
So I was pretty proud of that knockout. Yeah.
You said you don't fight men, then?
No, I don't fight. But I spar them. But this is a girl. I said.
There's a girl.
Yeah.
Okay,
one of my fights.
Okay.
No.
All right. Okay.
But we regularly talk at the gym of who could beat up the other one.
All right. I hear you.
My brother, he's also a boxer, so me and him are very competitive.
Is he older brother?
Younger brother. He's 15, but he's 6'3" and looks like he's 25. So
right, that's good.
Me being 5'2", he thinks that, you know, he's the best thing since sliced bread.
Was your old man, was he a boxer?
Yeah, my dad was boxing. He's my coach as well.
Okay, so it's really a family affair.
Yeah, definitely.
Are
All
you
of us.
try and go all the way and be like Muhammad Ali's daughter?
I hope to turn pro one day. I do want to turn pro. I think I just want more experience in the amateurs and just see what happens here. As I said, I work also like full time, so that can be time consuming. But yeah, one day I do want boxing to be what makes me my money.
So what are you studying?
I graduated. So I graduated from Loughborough for international relations.
Okay.
A degree in international relations, and then I work now as an employment coach. So I get like disadvantaged young people back into work or education, like by like running and facilitating workshops and that sort of thing.
And you tell them to come down the gym to let off the steam.
I do encourage that. I really do encourage exercise a lot of the time. Whether boxing, I mean, not always boxing because it's not for everyone, but yeah, I do.
What have you learned about boxing that you wish you knew when you started?
I think that grace period of being able to understand that something, like you might know something, but it might be harder to implement, and you kind of have to have grace and be patient with that. Yeah, like one of the things that I would say is there's no such thing as like a bad spar. Like there'll be times when I maybe not want to go training because I don't want to do sparring, but then if I get in there, even if it's not the best spar, it's still time that I've had training that I otherwise wouldn't. So you kind of have to put your ego aside at times and just let the sport humble you, I think.
So why would you, for what reason would you be fearful of sparring?
A lot.
You're used to it now.
I know, but like a lot of bosses have this. Like again, you get punched in the face. Like it's, you know, even before a fight, the nerves kick in. Sometimes before a fight, I think, what if I forget how to box? So like it just that just kicks in. It's just the adrenaline and like that fight or flight thing. And obviously, when you're tired or it's been a long day, you're like, do I really just want to go and, you know, do that for my evening? Yeah, so I generally do love it. It's just, it depends on where the energy's at on the day.
Have you sparred with your younger brother?
No, he's too big for me. My other one I have though, because my other brother boxes as well.
Well, so you're a family of boxers.
We all box, yeah.
So how many siblings have you got?
Oh, 4. So 5. My dad has 5 kids. 4. We just had a new one.
Okay.
She's 5 months old.
And they're all boxers apart from the baby.
And my sister, she doesn't box. But we always say like if she was to box, oh my gosh, like because no one wants to be around when she's annoyed. Like she's just, yeah, like thunder in the skies, and you know, the sky starts to change colour, and you're like, oh no, what's Chloe gonna do? So we're happy that she doesn't box because she'd probably kill everyone.
Okay. Where's I'm curious. I see some nice mix going on there. Where's your father from?
My dad's from Barbados and my ma's from Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. So you've got 2 powerful nations there.
Exactly that. We got the Irish, we got the Asian.
Was you brought up in Ireland partly?
No, I only went there like for like summers and that. But my mum, she lives there now. She's moved back home.
Oh, okay.
So I'm due a visit there.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
What does the future hold for you?
I don't know. Whatever God allows, I guess. I think just training and just doing what I love. I think I'm at a pace now where like I just feel quite peaceful in my routine, and I'm just doing things that I love. I love my job. I love training. So I think only good things can come from that. So yeah.
If you could do it all again,
yeah,
would you do anything different? And if so, why?
I think I would have continued boxing at uni. I think I lived, obviously doing everything, living life as an athlete is great, but then when I went to uni, I just wanted to blow off some steam, I think. I just kind of lost that structure, not having my gym, and that had more of an impact on me than I wanted. I think I wouldn't, because it was at a time of whether I was either going to go uni or whether I was just going to keep pursuing boxing and see what happened, but I just wanted to have a backup plan. So I think now I want to take more risks, and beforehand I probably would have just made sure I still had a relationship with boxing, so it wouldn't have been so hard to come back from.
Now, can I ask you, have you got a fella?
I do not.
No, reason why I asked, because I wonder if he's intimidated. If she likes the flowers.
Do you know what? I have this conversation, like when I go on dates or whatever, I do have that conversation with them, and it's kind of a mixed bag. Like some of them would be like, find it intimidating, but not in
But you're not a big girl.
Yeah, exactly, but intimidating more in the sense of like, I'm a bit of a wind-up, so like growing up in the gym or whatever, like I can be quite boisterous and stuff, so not all guys like that, because it's like, is it every day? Like, is it every day you want to fight? Even play fight or whatever. But then others, there's just like literally, as you said, I don't want to get on your bad side. And I was like, no, it doesn't.
Okay, that's
Doesn't exist.
interesting. That's interesting.
But yeah, it's nice meeting obviously like guys as well who are into the fitness and stuff, because then you can train together, so that's fun.
What would be your advice to a young person, young lady like yourself, but younger, like 10 or 12, who wants to get into boxing?
Just to continue showing up, to go and show up every day and take your time with it. Because I generally laugh, because I have this conversation with my dad. I feel like I've been a born fighter, but like I was made into a boxer. Like when I think of where I started, the way that I used to box, even just learning all the shots, how it's so uncomfortable to learn, and now I could do these things with ease that I used to spend 20 odd minutes or more in a mirror just going backwards and forwards to learn how to do footwork. And now these things that you just do so regularly, I think I would, second nature. And I would say, like, you have to let the sport humble you and, spend time and just show up every day and get in these little tools in the toolbox. Because that's the amazing thing about boxing. Like, you never complete it. You will never, ever be, like, a boxer beyond improvement, like that you don't need to improve. And that's what kind of keeps it exciting, is that there's, every time you get out of a fight, every time you get out of a session, there's always something to work on. So no matter like even when you look at all the big boxers or the champions in the world, you know that there is someone coming for their spot at some point.
Yeah, all the time.
Exactly, and I think that's what I really appreciate about boxing. It's just not stagnant like that, and it's very reliant on work ethic, not just talent.
If you could be in the ring with anybody, friendly sparring, anybody in the world, who would it be?
I think it'd have to be Katie Taylor. I mean, I just think she is the best boxer, and I want to be around the best to be the best. I don't know how I'd come out looking after those rounds, but I would love the opportunity to, get in the ring and spend time with more experienced boxers.
And okay, well, it's nice that you picked a woman. I thought you might have picked Tyson or something.
No, what could Tyson do for me? There's only I would love to train with him. I would love to train with Tyson.
Yeah.
But in terms of actually sparring, as in my development, definitely would have to be a female boxer, because that's who I fight. But yeah, I would love to train with.
I like the logic.
But yeah, both Tyson Fury, and Mike Tyson. I love that, because I try and mirror like a lot of Mike Tyson, because being a small boxer and like kind of a heavy hitter, I have to copy I look up to him quite a bit.
Listen to his podcast?
Not really.
I know it's more of a lad's podcast.
No.
But he's big on the art of war.
Yeah.
And that's how he thinks in the boxing sense. And he said one quote. He said, "I've watched more videos than I have trained of boxing." Because you have to study the art. Yeah, go on.
Definitely, no, I really agree with that. It's also a mindset thing. I've heard him talk a lot about like mindset and being a prisoner in your own mind, and the sport is as much mental as it is physical, and maybe that's something that not a lot of people appreciate. There's strategy in that sense, but like it's that that ability to kind of push through no matter what, difficult training sessions or being in the ring, and combat that natural fight or flight instinct in you. Yeah. It's
been great talking to you. I could talk to you for much longer. We're coming to the end of the journey. Where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram, KAYC_IE. That is that.
Done like a true pro.
Yeah. I hope.
Okay, and my last little question.
Go for it.
What's the impact you want to have on the world?
Ripple effect. I would be happy if I could just make a difference to a few people that was able to make a difference to others. I kind of just want to be known for, my resilience, my optimism. And yeah, even if it was a case of I was paving the way for others, that would be enough for me.
Well, thanks a lot for that, and we wish you well. We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day, as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.